This morning we're talking about safety around zoo animals during our visit to the new zoo.
Neil Anderson joins us live this morning from Swamico. Good morning, Neil.
Hey, good morning. You know, we're talking about safety, and recently in the news, Jack Hanna, he was out in Glacier National Park, and, he's got a home close to there, and he was out hiking with his wife, and they encountered a mother grizzly and two of the cubs. And, of course, they were hiking with 5 others that were, at least, they were close to them anyway. And on some of those trails, out west, you only have like a small little pathway, and you've got the rocks real close to you on your maybe your right or left-hand side, and then a major drop. Well, what they had to do is back up for about 5 minutes. But one of the things that the national parks are doing is they're allowing people to bring in pepper spray. In this case, pepper spray, may have saved their lives. And what happened is Jack, ended up moving the people backwards. One of the things that he did too is making sure that everybody was talking loud so the bears knew that they were around them. But they had to back up till they finally found a little clearing. They laid up against the back wall of this clearing, and of course the mother bear walked by with one of the little ones. But what happened, about 125-pound other cub looked up at him and then charged. Here's what Jack had to do. He had his pepper spray with him, which he's been carrying, he said, for like 14 years, which is a great thing to do when you're out there, especially in bear country. But that's the first time he ever had to use it. And he had to spray. Okay, so he sprays, and the animal's within about 30 yards on a full charge. The wind takes the pepper spray, okay? Next 15, and it was a little bit closer on the third spray, he finally got the bear. But, that's one of the things even out here, our zookeepers, they carry pepper spray on them. And then even in the high-risk areas, you'll see right here, we're inside the lion den, we have this up here, bear pepper spray. So they know, so they know where, and this is a great tool. If we had an animal that was out in here, that would be a first line of protection. But the other thing is, you got to remember, now the keepers, they have to train with this too. So annually they go through a pepper spray training, and what they do is, they got to be able to shoot that and understand it. You got to understand the conditions. If it's windy, the last thing you want to do is blow in your face, right? So you got to be real comfortable with this and how far it can spray. Now a lot of them will go to that large, bigger spray because it can carry a more of a diameter pattern as it's out there. But you got to think about this. Now Jack's out there, and he's along the glacier. He's pretty comfortable. He's like, like myself, the zookeepers, with these big animals. You still got to be comfortable, okay? When you got a full spray, when you got a full animal coming in a full charge like that, to kind of hold your ground and shoot the spray. So if you think that you're really safe with the pepper spray, is one thing. You better be comfortable too and be around these big animals as well, because a lot of people, this is great to carry and everything, but remember, you still have to add that element. And I can tell you this is Jack, when they interviewed Jack about this, he was still shook up. Because all of a sudden, I say, there's nowhere to go, and you're hoping that this is going to work. And the other thing is, he had just shot a commercial for the national parks about carrying pepper spray, versus handguns or anything like that out in the parks. But they are now letting you use pepper spray, and it's a great deterrent, great use. And like I say, our keepers, they're trained with it. All our high-risk animals in their back dens, we have pepper spray just in case.
I predict sales of pepper spray is going to go up after this incident. Thanks so much, Neil.
Thanks, Neil. See ya.
Hey, sounds good.